Hi guys, I am Russian Bear, and today I'll tell you what to fear in Russia. If you came to Russia, what you should be aware of, and the stuff which you could do before something bad happens to you. First thing, I'll say, good thing to do is to buy a gas balloon. It's small self-defense thing which is absolutely legal in Russia. For example, when I visited the Netherlands, you can't buy gas balloons which you like spray, like pepper spray. In the Netherlands, in a lot of countries, they are not legal. But in Russia, all these pepper sprays and gas sprays, gas balloons, uh, it's called газовый баллончик, gas balloon. So they're all legal and they cost like $3. So it's almost free. $5 for this pepper spray, and it's the best thing which you could have in your pocket while you're in Russia, because this is totally legit thing. It's not lethal. It doesn't hurt, doesn't make any damage to anyone. So even if you will use it, you wouldn't have problems. And yes, there could be situations where it could be useful, because actually, yeah, in Russia, we most of the people, they like foreigners. They are welcome. Yeah, salt and bread. But our criminal, and we have some criminals, of course, as in any country. Maybe we have some more than in some other countries. They are mostly interested in foreigners, because in the mind of Russian criminals, foreigners, they have money, and if they have money, you can get it. So there are it's quite rare chance that someone will rob you, threatening you with a knife or something like this, but it could happen in nighttime. So yeah, rule number one: do not go anywhere in nighttime. Yes, it's just my must have. If it's dark on the streets, it's better to do not go anywhere. And if you go somewhere, use taxi, official Yandex taxi or Uber. Do not use anything other, because taxi, it could be very dangerous place. So use only official applications, Uber and Yandex taxi. Two. They're all right. At least they're tracked, so if you sit in this place, it will be possible to find you if something would happen. It's quite rare. I mean, okay, big city in Russia, big cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, they are more or less safe. But still, nighttime, it could be very dangerous, because in nighttime, and you are foreigner, you are easy prey. Easy prey, because local people, they are kind of, in eyes of criminal locals, they are poor, and foreigners, they are wealthy. It's how we think in Russia. I mean, it came from USSR. Even in my head, it's like this. I mean, I was born in the USSR. So foreigners, they all wealthy. It's how everybody in Russia thinks. So even if you came from some poor country, you still, if you are foreign, you do not speak Russia, okay? Some people could want to get something from you, so beware. Next thing, do not drink anything from some. If somebody invite you, give you some tea, if somebody want to give you cocktail or something, do not drink anything, because in Russia it's the most common thing that some people, they would want to poison you. Not lethal, but it could happen lethal. But they use clofulin or some stuff which make you knock out. So you sleep in very deep sleep, but sometimes it could be reversible, and some people die from it. So it's very dangerous, and in most cases you have memory loss after this thing. So it's kind of like an art in Russia, especially Russian prostitutes, a lot of them use it. So they just add a few drops to your cocktail, to a drink, to your tea. You drink it, and you just boom, and you just become piece of meat, and people could take from you anything and do anything with you. So I recommend buy only uh, drinks which is closed in closed bottles, and pour them by yourself, and do not drink water from glasses, drink water which you buy from bottles. It's how I do, for example. Okay, if you're just local poor Russian boy, you could drink anywhere, even from like from any place, and it's like common people, they are very welcome, they wouldn't poison you. I mean, like people who just common people. But you should understand that in all touristic places there are not much common people. There are people who earn money. They could sell something for you, and this is totally legit and all right, though you will overpay, of course. All touristic places like Arbat Street, Red Square, everywhere you will spend like 3 times more than in regular shops. But still, it's all right. It's like in all other countries. But also you should be aware of people, they could harm you. And I do not want to like scare you or over scare you. It's very rare chance actually to meet danger, especially at daylight, but it happens. So if some unknown man at the street come to you and he like want to share a bottle of vodka or something with you, like, oh, let's drink, do you want to drink, I welcome you, or you go in taxi, Uber или Yandex Taxi, even anything, you go in taxi, and then driver give you, oh, do you want to drink? No, thank you very much, I'm full. Нет, спасибо. So always thank people, but do not drink anything. It's like the biggest danger. It's more danger than, for example, if somebody will put a knife at your throat. It's much more rare. So then do not show your money. It's an important thing. The worst thing ever which you could do in Russia, it's to show that you have something with you. You have some very rich jewelry, or you have a lot of money, or you have some very expensive items like Louis Vuitton or Dolce Gabbana. It's like a target on you. It's like mark, hunter mark. And it's better if you come to Russia, it's better to be here modest and do not wear expensive stuff. Do not wear expensive items. Even like you have watches. Put it somewhere deep. Hide it somewhere in your socks. I mean, you could meet a lot of pocket thieves, a lot of thieves who could pickpocket you very easily. You wouldn't even notice it. So you just go, and then one man, he just stumble at your shoulder, and he say, oh, sorry, and he go away, and it's like 1 second. But in this 1 second, he will take off your watches. Very easy. I think, yeah, it exists in all countries, but in Russia, especially in these particular times right now, after all these COVIDs, and a lot of people lost their jobs, and we have a lot of crimes. So you should be careful. And it's kind of, yeah, you always should be careful. So it's, for example, when I went with my wife, when I went to Vietnam once, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, we had a lot of cash, like my $10,000. Yeah, because we received them as a salary there, because we came there as a scientific, we had scientific grant, so yeah, we had a lot of cash with us. Where we put it? We put this cash into the bra, into my wife's bra. So she all month she went in Vietnam, she had 10,000 bucks in her bra. So precious tits. Because yeah, Vietnam, it's like super place where a lot of thieves. So when Russian man comes to Vietnam, it's much more poorer country than Russia. So you should be careful there. But in Russia, it's kind of the same thing, but not like this. Maybe, but still, do not show anyone that you have money, and do not speak about your money. Even you could think that, okay, I'll speak in English. People do not understand. A lot of people understand English. Like it's, especially there are people who work with foreigners, especially. Yeah, it's important. So another thing, when you just came to Russia, and you came off airplane, and you go at the airport, you will see a lot of people will come to you and they invite you to their taxi. They say, okay, do you want cheap taxi for Moscow? And it will be like kind man, very good looking, or girl. She like, taxi. Do not accept it, never, because you will overpay very much, like twice or three times its first thing, and then it could be just dangerous. So do not, only official apps, only you will meet lots of such taxis nearby to all touristic places, but especially in airports, it's like super common thing. So what I could say, if you didn't use pepper spray in your life, or this gas balloon, I advise you to buy two. It will be like $7. It's nothing for two. Buy two and go somewhere into the park where no one else. So just try to test it, so you will know how to use it. Because yeah, like look at the tree. Wind shouldn't blow into you, because then you will suffer. And just train a bit with one balloon. Train, and then you will be ready to use this one. But try, of course, it's better do not use it ever, never. And but still, like the thing about this balloon, if you have a, if you work in some place where you have to go at night, or yeah, everything could happen. So the thing is of using this pepper spray, you should use it when your opponent do not expect it. So you shouldn't ever to threat people with it, like go away. Never do this. This pepper spray, the power of it is not to show to anyone. No one should know that you have it till the last time when you had to use it, when you're obliged to use it to save your life or to save your belongings. So yeah, it's like, I just know people who do not know how to use it. I mean, they start to threat people with it, and it's kind of, it wouldn't work then people will like hide from it. So another thing, it's Russian police, of course, and I advise, do not go ever to Russian policemen. Do not come close to them. Okay, if someone will try to kill you with a huge knife, you could run to policeman and he will protect you, I think. But in other all cases, it's better do not be connected with policemen, do not come close to them, do not, you could ask maybe the way, but I would rather even, yeah, it's better to be away, because Russian police, there are some good people in it, of course, but there are also bad people in it, which are connected to criminals. They could be, or they will just try to get something from you. So better do not be connected. Even if someone stole from you something, what I could say, you could try to go to police, but it's like no one will care to find your possessions, but also you risk, especially at night time. Also, important thing that in most cases, actually, policemen they wouldn't like to be connected. They wouldn't like to have like scandal or something like this. If you are foreigner, it's kind of maybe more safe than if you are Russian to come to police. Yeah, Russian people they do not trust their police. They fear their police, and we have a lot of crime when police torture people. So yeah, I'll advise do not be connected with it in any way. So if something bad happened to you, I would rather advise to connect your embassy. So when you go to Russia, you should have telephone numbers for your embassy, and also like for ambulance. Yeah, for police you also could take it with you. But yeah, the best thing is connect your embassy. Next thing, it's banks. Banks, place where you could take money, change currency. This is one of the most dangerous places in Russia which you could ever visit. Because what I could say, I myself was in danger of robbery once when I came to the bank and I withdrew some amount of money. I think I withdrew even not too much. Maybe $4,000 I withdrew, something like this. And bank, just in short, people in banks, they're often, especially low ranks people, they're often connected to criminals. It's like it's like very widespread thing. Of course, in some local banks, in some districts where just common people live, it's not so often, but yeah, it happens. But in a lot of banks, there are people who connected with criminals. So if someone knows that you withdrew some money or you have some money, they will call or send SMS to criminals which stay outside of this building, and they will follow you with their car. I had it myself. So I was like, I'm not an expert of security, but still I'm quite good prepared in this thing. So I saw these guys, but I saw them almost too late. I saw how some people, like 4 people, they came out of the car wearing black masks, and I saw them like in maybe 15 meters. So I had time to run away. And this was like Kutuzovsky Prospect. This was like one of the biggest streets. It was daylight. And they made mistake. They came out of the car too early. So I had time to run away. This was a really scary thing. And I didn't just run away. I just turned to another side and I take my telephone call. I made a call and I looked at them. I made a call and I went to the other side from them. And yeah, one of them they followed me, then they go away. They understood they made mistake. They came out too early from the car, so I had time to, and I scared them that like I made. They thought that I calling. I didn't call anyone. I just make them look that I called someone. So people they never know at who they attack. So yeah, still. So I just want to give you a warning. Even I'm Russian, and I'm um, very careful Russian, I'll say. I always armed in Russia. I when I was a child, my neighborhood, it was one of the most criminal, fully criminal neighborhood in Moscow. So I grew in very bad place. So I know how to survive in these jungles. But even with me, some bad things happen. So yeah, banks, it's bad place to visit, definitely. It's all right to use ATM machines. It's all right to use them, but also better to use them not in some public places, because there could be some video cameras, video cams recording how you put your PIN code. So when you put your PIN code, you should hide it with your hand, with one hand kind of another hand you push the button. So yeah, like this. Also, do not give your credit card, never, to anyone. Like in restaurant, if people want to take your credit card, go with this person to the bar to do everything by yourself, and look that the other people, they wouldn't see what you put, how you put your PIN code. So yeah, do not give anyone your credit card. This is just like 100% fail will be with you. So all places, the most dangerous places in Russia, it's places for tourists. Touristic places, they are more dangerous, much more dangerous than places, just regular places. And the good thing, it's if you are like wearing normal clothes. I mean, if you look like Russian, do not speak loud, especially loud. In English, let's everybody think that you are Russian, that you are silent Russian. It's the best thing. So try this mimicry, try to hide your identity. Yeah, and be aware of all touristic places. I hope I didn't scare you too much, because Russia is still beautiful place. And if you are kind of make these small recommendations, if you just do not show everyone that you are foreigner too much, if you like do not, in Russia we call it sветить, do not light your wealth everywhere, then more or less you are safe, especially in daylight. It's all right. So yeah, and also in your hotel rooms, it's quite also risky to leave your very very expensive possessions, I'll say, even in the safes. So you should always understand that personal could open anything, and if there is something very expensive, it will be stolen. If something not too expensive, it will be all right, more or less. So yeah, guys, please come to Russia. Welcome to Russia. Yeah, it's a bit maybe scary story which I said, but it's just like if you will follow these rules, you will be 100% protected. Not 100, of course, but still, at least you should be always ready, and do not trust people, especially people who smile to you, because Russians do not smile much. I mean, regular, and if you see some people who is too welcome, and they shouldn't be, you should always be like especially aware, because maybe something, yeah, dangerous coming. So be careful, and you should understand that a lot of people, they have connections. Then they could be not criminals, but they could have connections to criminals, and they could tell them that you are a good target. So your goal, like in, I think, any country, do not be a target, do not be flashy, do not show that something could be taken from you, and that's it. Then nobody will be interested very easily. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see your comments. Have a good day. Please ask your questions. Propose which videos to film about Russia, which aspects to tell. I'll be glad to make videos specially for you. Just write comment and I'll make video for you. Bye bye.